Hello everyone, Psycho Samurai here, bringing to you the top 10 games from the year 2000. Let's get right into it. Our number 10 on this list is going to be Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Pro Skater 2 is a skateboarding game that takes place in primarily urban environments, which are conveniently filled with ramps and rails to do tricks all over the place. You go through each level in the game, racking up points and doing tasks to increase your high score while playing your favorite skateboarders like Tony Hawk or SpiderMan? That can't be right. I just confirmed Spider-Man's a skater and a very good one at that. Wow. The number 9 on this list is going to be Perfect Dark. Created by Rare, the people who brought you games like Donkey Kong and BanjoTooie, Perfect Dark is unlike either of those series. Perfect Dark is a first-person shooter game where you play as Joanna Dark, a bad bitch extraterrestrial killer who is trying to put an end to the battle going on between the two alien factions, the Mayans and the Skadar, and the two Earth factions, the Carrington Institute and the Datadyne. You go through levels bobbing and weaving past open areas and tight corridors, taking out enemies like the badass you are. You're tasked with defeating the Skadar leader in order to put an end to the war or die trying.
No! Quick! Give me your gun! Will you just...
The number 8 on this list is going to be Spyro, the Year of the Dragon. Before Insomniac Games created one of their most beloved series up to date, Ratchet & Clank, they created everyone's favorite dragon, Spyro. Spyro, the Year of the Dragon is the third installment in the game series and is considered by many to be the best Spyro game made yet. A colorful platformer about a purple dragon going from realm to realm in search of dragon eggs stolen from this bunny thought named Bianca so that the sorceress, who looks like she's about to get sued by Game Freak, could send them across the realms. Because that's what you do to people's children when you don't like them. You steal their babies and have them play the hardest hide-and-seek game ever. Maybe she stole the eggs to get Spyro's attention since she doesn't have a king. Don't worry, Spyro. I'll take one for the team. The number 7 on this list is going to be Time Splitters. You all know why you bought this game. Titties. And I don't blame you. Look at those shiny robo nips. Sorry about that. Anyway, Time Splitters is a first-person shooter game where the player travel through time, battling in wars throughout history across the world, kicking ass non-stop. The game has a cartoon-style look with its characters' expressions and details of the game, making the game look pretty good throughout the years. In this game, you are tasked with defeating the alien race called the Time Splitters, who are wreaking havoc upon humanity through time and are doing whatever they can to give you hell. Just be sure not to let those robots distract you. The number 6 on this list is going to be Pokemon Stadium 2. Are you guys a fan of pitting a variety of animals against each other in an arena for a fight to the death? If so, you're either psychopaths or you grew up playing Pokemon games. Pokemon Stadium 2 is all about battling other Pokemon trainers and work your way to fighting the gym leaders. In 3D! There are 8 gym leaders you have to beat, and after you do, you have to fight your rival afterwards. Did I mention it's in 3D? Yeah? Well, in case you didn't know because you're a fetus, 3D Pokemon games weren't a thing back in 2000 until this game came out into the US. Every other Pokemon game created was in 2D, which wasn't necessarily a bad thing. The games were amazing back then and still are coming up with the original ideas. See? I got a sheep Pokemon. The number 5 on this list is going to be Diablo 2. Diablo II is an action role-playing hack-and-slash dungeon crawler created by Blizzard for Windows. The story takes place throughout 4 acts, each act providing a different journey to your destination by using a procedurally generated level system to randomize dungeons and wilderness layouts, making each playthrough similar but never the same. Diablo II takes place after the unnamed warrior defeats Diablo in the first game. He attempted to absorb the evil essence into his own body, which made the warrior corrupt and start spawning monsters to wreak havoc. It's your job to put an end to this new threat. Just pray the butcher doesn't come back and put you in your grave.
Fresh meat.
The number 4 on this list is going to be BanjoTooie. One of Rare's other popular series previously mentioned, BanjoTooie is a cutesy platformer game where you, Banjo, and your partner, Kazooie, make way to defeat the ugly witch bitch named Gratilda, who plans on destroying all life on the planet. You go through numerous levels collecting items called jiggies and solving puzzles and defeating enemies along the way to stop the witch. Luckily, you're not alone and you have your friend Kazooie to help you out. Then finally, when you reach the witch, you brutally murder her by making her explode. And then everybody lives happily ever after. You know, back in the year 2000, there wasn't much to jerk off to. This was the best I had. The number 3 on this list is going to be Paper Mario. Another RPG on our list. The story of the game is just about the same as every other Mario game. Princess Peach is kidnapped by Bowser, and you, Mario, need to rescue her. The gameplay is what makes this game so amazing. A mixture between 2D and 3D with both Mario and good RPG mechanics makes this game way ahead of its time. Team up with other NPCs to solve puzzles and fight off Bowser's henchmen in RPG battles to go save the princess that, never rewards us with the promised cake.
Dear Mario, please come together. I think yours truly, Princess Toadstool, Peach.
Oh well, at least Mario has his side waifu Bowsette to reward him properly. The number 2 on this list is going to be The Sims 1. Success, love, family, friends, all these things you can get in real life but choose to get them in The Sims instead. Before EA became the dumpster fire it is today, they used to release games like The Sims 1. Fun, full of life with no microtransactions or DLC. Yep, not one form of DLC or microtransactions. The Sims 1 is essentially a life simulator where you get to control humans and have them do whatever you want like God. I have spent hours playing this game, rearranging my house, making friends, climbing up the career ladder. It has hours of endless gameplay and several expansions you can get to make the game even more enjoyable. But personally, nothing beats having your Sims abducted by aliens. Or, trapping them in a room and burning them all to death. Maybe God's just bored and that's why he keeps fucking around with Africa. It is a life simulator after all, and when there's life, there's death, and when there's death, you seduce her. Before we get to the number 1 on this list, let's show a couple of honorable mentions.
I surrender.
You are the one who killed Agent Navarre. Now you will confess and pay the price.
Show that on. Show that on.
finally, the number 1 on this list is going to be Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man! One of Marvel's most iconic and influential superheroes created, and my personal favorite, mainly because of his amazing games. I mean, look at this shit. Breathtaking. You take the role of Spider-Man, who is trying to figure out why the streets of New York look like a gas chamber fueled by the Hulk's juices that immediately kill you if you fall in.
Spider sense tingling. Something's going.
You go through level after level, swinging around and taking out thugs and rescuing people like J. Jonah Jameson, who repays you by calling the police who start shooting at you because apparently, in this game, you're a wanted fugitive.
Clever for me, JJ. There he is, officers. JJ, you're out of the wheel. I mean it this time.
Mysterio framed you by disguising himself as you and then publicly ruining Dog Ock Science Expo to make the citizens of the city turn against you and make your job even harder. Luckily, Spider-Man and tons of other heroes work best when they're under more pressure.
You're the fool, Mysterio. Where are they coming from?
Luckily, like most superhero stories, you teach the villains that crime pays about a fraction of the amount of effort you put in. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed my first top 10 video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that share button. I'd really appreciate it. And if you would, maybe just click on one of these videos up on the screen right here. This is Psycho Samurai, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.